Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Have you ever had a position in a job where you could take it out on your customers or clients if you were having a bad day? This is an interesting story. I'm going to set this up a little differently here. This story could get a little dicey, a little racy, a little blue, if you will. So if at any time we
It
accidentally...
could get what?
Blue. Working blue, it's called in the old days, the comics used to work blue when they would say naughty. Like,
Okay.
let's say an Andrew Dice Clay worked blue.
Okay.
Got it now?
Now I'm caught up.
Like, for example, your boy, Nate Bargatze, never works blue. He's clean, doesn't swear.
What would that be? Like,
Yellow?
I don't know. I'm asking.
There's no color for that, I don't think.
Okay.
White?
White, baby. Yeah.
All right, so this story could get a little dicey, and management has said that if we go too far in this conversation, that Weezer's Buddy Holly will just start playing. So while we're talking, that might happen, where
You get cut off?
we might just get cut off. And if you just hear Weezer all of a sudden, it's not an accident. It just happened. They cut us off because
We're not allowed to talk about this.
we're just going a little bit too far. Because the story gets a little dicey about someone that took it out on their customers, and it's a police officer
Uh-oh.
who went on TikTok.
Their customers.
Very attractive police officer in Houston. An investigation was launched over a controversial video that was posted to social media by her, a law enforcement officer.
It's a she.
It's a she.
Ah.
And I can just attest, in my opinion, she's very attractive. Very
Okay.
attractive lady. And in her video, she said this: didn't get cracked last night, so everyone's getting a ticket. That's why the investigation is going on. Now,
Oh, you can't have fun anymore.
well, do you want to tell us what cracked means, Kenzie?
Why? I think it means that, like, her. What I said?
I think they just jumped the gun. They hit the button too quick because I threw it to you. Oh, you can try again. Let's see what happens. They're just worried. They wanted just me, I
Maybe
guess.
I say it really fast.
So what do you think it means again?
I think it means.
All right, enough of that.
Stop it.
All right, Kenzie, so if we can do this, it will actually start. I mean, it will keep going if we go too far.
Okay.
The Weezer. All right.
Yeah, like I would think like getting the back crack, like getting your back blown out.
Back blown out.
Tread
That's
lightly.
I know, I'm trying.
Weezer is actually here live, getting ready to play in a second.
They've been staying in town all week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's blow that back out, baby.
Didn't get cracked last night, so everyone's getting a ticket.
She didn't get that good.
Yeah. Now, in the investigation, she didn't give everybody a ticket, so it ended up okay that she didn't do that. But the videos caused
Can't even
controversy.
make a joke.
Yeah, the thing is, is that what we're calling it now? Are we all in agreement if that's what it is, getting cracked?
It's a term that I'm hearing more and more, and it's a term that I'm not comfortable adding into the lexicon. I think we need to take a stand and remove getting cracked from terminology that we use.
So before we continue, if you're new to the show, Case is 26 years old.
I know you might think I'm 78.
He's
You
the
know
youngest
where
person
I
on
drew the
the
line?
show.
Case, you know what's interesting? So cracked is a problem for you. You know where I drew the line?
Where's
where I
that?
didn't like.
Wait a minute. What are you
Wait.
going to say?
Hold on.
You're
Here's
about to
Rivers
find
Cuomo.
out.
Go ahead and
I
say
didn't
it.
like when people called it strange. Like, I'm going to get some strange. That bothered me. That is so weird and creepy. And it sounds like you're going to sleep with, like, a stray cat or something. I don't like that. I don't like when people are like, I'm going to get some strange. I'm like, that's creepy.
You know what?
Ugh.
You know, Kenzie, I've known you a little bit here, but not my whole life. And I used to use strange.
I hate that.
And I will say this, I'll go a little further.
What? What are you going to say?
Weezer might cut me off. We'll see. I used to say sometimes on the weekends of summer in Chicago, I go, let's go look for some tourist strange.
Oh, my God.
No, I never did. It never happened. But
Ew.
it's just the
No,
way
I
this.
think you tried and didn't succeed. Not that you died. I was just kidding.
Yeah. No, I was never kidding. I was never kidding about it.
I hate the word strange. Casey, have you ever used the word strange?
I haven't used the word strange.
I hate it. I hate it.
I haven't used strange. I haven't used tail.
Oh.
You love tail.
I would die if
Tail
on
doesn't bother me as much.
Case is single. If one day on a Friday you said like, you want to go out this weekend and help me get some tail?
It's always chase some tail. You gotta say chase.
Yeah, chase some tail,
What
man.
the innuendo?
God, I'd give you $1,000 if you said that to me one day on a Friday.
I'm not much of a tail guy, It's just not my thing.
Well, what are the kids saying today? You're 26. What are they saying?
God, I don't know. Why don't you phone a
Crap.
26-year-old? Where's Josie at?
Yeah, we need Josie in here. Yeah, I mean Kenzie's in her early 20s, but
Shut up. Yeah, so that's the term that really bothers me. Crack doesn't bother me that much. I mean, I think if a guy said it to me, like, I'm going to crack that, I'd be like, get off.
Now,
I don't like you saying that.
Now, Frankie checked in from Pilsen and said, I grew up with getting cracked meant getting punched or hit.
So that's
Like getting cracked in the head, getting knocked.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
cracked in the head this weekend.
That's fair, but I think cracked has evolved into a sexual phrase.
I think anything can evolve into a sexual phrase. Like, you think you could take almost anything and be like, you know what I mean? Like, and then if you say that at the end of it,
I'm taking out the garbage, know what I mean?
you know what I mean? Okay. I'm cleaning the car this weekend, know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
You know what? I'm going to go out here and grill some burgers, know what I
you know
mean?
what I mean?
By the way,
I'm mowing the lawn, know what I mean?
know what I mean?
Like, I think you can anything.
Felix checked in from the south side and says, we use cracked as saying we're doing good while playing video games with his friends.
I don't think so.
I don't know. These are
What does that mean? Like, well, how would you say it though? Like, whoa, cracked, man. We just won? Like, how are you saying it?
I guess.
We cracked that score? Like, what are you saying?
I guess so. I don't know. I'm not playing video games with that guy. I was Felix in the south side.
You're too busy getting
Case,
tail.
Yeah.
If you're having guy talk, you're having locker room bro stuff.
This is a
and-
role-playing scenario because I've never done it before. But all right, go ahead.
Case role play with me really bad.
Oh,
Know what
boy.
I mean? Okay,
It's gonna
really
be good.
fast.
Yep. Go
I'm
ahead.
like your bro. We're broing out. Okay.
I'm
And
sweating.
you're
I'm so
talking-
uncomfortable.
Get ready, Weezer.
But you're talking about like you want to get laid this weekend. That's what you're talking about. How are you saying that? Like, I want to get some. What are you saying? Fill in the blank. Mad Libs. This weekend, I would like to get some. And what are you going to say?
I've never wanted to hear Weezer so badly in my life right now.
I don't think Brian's going to play it.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Continuing our conversation about the officer that said, everyone's getting a ticket because I didn't get cracked last night. In our conversation on the word cracked, if that's what we're doing now, Frankie checked in again, follow up from Pilsen saying, smash was the terminology we used for getting some. And she says she's 25. So, going to smash that tonight?
I don't want to smash anybody. That's not really, I don't want to do that. That's a little
You
extreme.
use crush?
Yeah. I don't. That just sounds painful.
What about making love? Is that what you do?
Well, Aurora George checked in and said making whoopee. That's something I'm a little bit more comfortable with. You take a girl to the sock hop, you get a milkshake, you go
Oh
over and
my
you make some
God,
whoopee.
Case. No.
Case is a time traveler. I'm convinced he's not 26.
God, we tried to hire somebody in their 20s. It just backfired.
You need a Gen Zer in there for the show to help out.
They're crazy stories and they go out.
You can't relate anymore, so get a Gen Zer
Brian
in.
and I just have to tell our old crazy stories. It didn't happen.
We bring in Case. He started talking about sock hops and stuff. Good Lord.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and massive breaking news this week with how we watch TV. What you knew this morning no longer exists on how to find your favorite content, what you pay for a streaming service. You think you all got it done finally when you go through and figure out what the hell you're paying for and what you're not, and what you're watching and what you're not. And should I be paying for this service? I don't even know. But this week has been historic when you look at what happened starting with ESPN buying the NFL Red Zone, the NFL Network, which I don't like because I love the NFL Network. And I do love things on ESPN like College Game Day, and they got rid of Around the Horn. I love that show. That's gone. but I do love things on it. However, NFL Network was a great buffer to provide really great programming, morning football.
It provided choice.
Choice is nice when they're not owned by the same company.
Yep.
How about that?
Yep.
Because NFL Network's not going away, but it's now owned by ESPN, and what are you going to do? We can't trash the NFL if the NFL owns 10% of everything, right? We can't do that anymore.
By the way, the NFL now owns 10% of CBS as well, so 2 of their primary broadcasting partners are now controlled by their owner, which I'm sure when the NFL has controversy arise won't create a conflict of interest at all.
Why would it?
Yeah, why would it? It's not like there was just a shooter in New York that was looking for the NFL offices, blaming CTE on what he was going through. That story just went away. That's weird.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that story at all?
You work in news.
We just have 2 different timelines.
Yeah. I know yours is, what are we eating today?
Come eat with me.
Come eat with me. Yeah, well, so here's the new news that you may not have heard about yet, because obviously ESPN, the NFL Network, we talked about that a few days ago. So do you like Hulu? Do you like the Hulu app? Let's pour one. You like it, Kenzie?
Yeah.
Well, pour one out.
Well, that sucks.
So, as a lot of us do, we watch The Bear on Hulu when it gets released on Hulu. So, the Hulu app is being phased out as Disney is fully integrating the service into Disney Plus.
Okay, that's fine. I have both.
Well, that's true. I want to be very clear on how we're speaking on this, because if you're like me and you have Verizon as a phone, you get Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus as part of that package. That's how I get it for free. But I'm concerned when these things happen, because they're going to try to say, that free deal's no more because Hulu's gone. Now you got to pay for the other 2 maybe. I can just see the minds working in the conference room right now of these companies. So Hulu is a streaming app's going away. Disney is going to, they've already kind of started doing it, right, Kenzie? Because you've seen things come on Hulu now or Disney Plus that should just be on Hulu. They've kind of already started.
Yeah, it's confusing. But I thought that maybe it was because I paid for both as a package, like I bought them together. The whole thing's confusing because when I bought them, I had to buy them together anyway. So it's all your same information.
Yeah.
And you can go on, like, if you open your Disney app, you can go to, like, a Hulu tab on it.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, well, why would I ever log into Hulu? It's odd. It's obviously, like, the integration of it, you know?
As I was arguing with Case this morning about this, he goes like, I don't go on Disney Plus. And I go, well, I have a 3-year-old daughter now almost. I watch tons of stuff on Disney. He goes like, well, that's not for me.
Yeah,
Disney
we don't really
Plus.
like the same
That's not
things.
true, Case. Disney is part of a lot. They own the entire Star Wars, like, series now. That's like your thing, whatever. It's like,
Your thing.
I've seen Star Wars movies, yes.
but I'm saying, like, Disney has its hand. Like, if you went on the Disney app and you looked through, it's not like, oh, only Disney princess movies. Like, there's so many things that you don't realize Disney has produced and created. Like, you know how often I search a movie that I haven't seen in forever and it comes up and I'm like, oh, it's on the Disney app. I didn't know that was a Disney production.
I'm sure that's true, but I've never once paid for Disney Plus. I've never been on the service, and I don't miss anything that's on there. So I don't need it in my life, but I do pay for Hulu, and now to get Hulu, I'm going to have to pay for Disney Plus, which is going to give me more options, and I'm going to be paralyzed by the amount of choices that I have.
But can I tell you something?
Okay.
They made it more expensive to just sign up for Hulu or just sign up for Disney than to sign up for both. And that's why we have both. So I don't think it's probably going to price hike the way you think it will. That's why I have both.
I understand.
It was more expensive.
And Kenzie, I'm with you because you bundle it. And now I never used Disney Plus till Harper was born. I never was on there once. Why would I go on Disney Plus? But to Kenzie's point, they slowly integrated like the Star Wars stuff. And there was a documentary recently that shouldn't have been on. You wouldn't think of Disney, but if they released it on Disney Plus, I can't remember what it was. But so that's on there. But now that Hulu's going away, they'll say maybe now Disney Plus is $30 a month instead of $15 because you're getting 2 in there somehow.
Yes, that feels like that's what's going to happen.
That's not happening yet, but I'm just saying that's how we see this going. So it's a new unified Disney Plus and Hulu streaming app will be available in 2026. According to a Disney rep, customers will still be able to buy a standalone Hulu subscription as well as a standalone Disney Plus plan. Well, that's confusing because they said it was going away. I don't get it.
All right, well, just carry on. Never mind.
Well, that's confusing.
Why'd you guys say it was going away if you said you could still buy the standalone? Now, I'm not sure because some people watch, like myself, in case you have YouTube TV. There's the Hulu TV where you can just watch, that version.
Oh, Hulu has live TV. Yeah.
They have live TV as well. Is that still an app or what the hell's that now?
Brian, I don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't know. When people talk about TV now, I feel insane because every conversation sounds like, oh, are you subscribing to Flip Flop? Did you hear that Dingus merged with Bingus? I don't know what's happening. I want to turn on the TV and watch Family Guy.
Wait, you're not on Dingus?
I know, I'm not on Dingus. Everybody's on Dingus.
Kenzie, do you pay for Dingus?
I don't even know what Dingus is.
Exactly.
He just made it up.
Oh.
There's no Dingus app. Not
I'm
yet.
very lost now.
You know, we should
I
launch
thought Dingus was real.
Why don't we launch a Dingus app for this show?
That'll be great. No, we shouldn't.
It's a good name.
You know what the beauty about Q101 is? You get in your car, you hit the radio, it's one button, we're free, we're always
No,
going to be
we're
free.
actually going to start bundling. It's going to be the whole thing.
What are we going to do? Bundle with Kiss or something? Like
Dingus.
Dingus. Get all the radio stations under one app. Yeah, you know, we're free on over the air. We're free on your smart speaker. We're free as the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We're free as a stream.
On YouTube, we're free. There's no paywall on our YouTube channel.
And I promise you this right now, we're never going to charge. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Well, yes.
Well, if the salary goes away, we gotta eat. So we'll have to pay for if we're just a podcast someday, which could happen this show.
Well, you know how many successful Patreons there are. We can just start a Patreon.
Oh, God. I don't want to do that. I don't want to post a Patreon link. Please don't make me do that.
So you don't want to copy and paste a link? You don't want to do that, huh?
I just am like, oh my God, please subscribe. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate asking.
So there's one more thing happened yesterday too, which is even
What?
more confusing. So the WWE wrestling fans is heading to ESPN. So ESPN took the NFL Network. They did their merger and all that. The NFL owns 10% of ESPN now. NFL Network, which by the way, I saw a bunch of funny memes. You know how I love memes. Of the Red Zone channel, as I explained to Kenzie, because she's never seen it, is when someone's about to score, it does whip around coverage and goes to that game where someone's about to score. And people have already made, I guess they're probably AI created videos of somebody trying to score, and then they go to commercial before the guy gets in the touchdown, before he gets in the end zone.
Every time they miss it.
Yeah, so the Red Zone's getting interrupted by commercials every time someone's about to score, which you'll see probably happening once ESPN's in control. So
Have you had an itching, burning feel like right before they're supposed to catch?
oh boy.
Was it good? Was it good?
And that was the greatest play in NFL history. So WWE
It was immaculate.
the WWE is heading the ESPN Sports Network a $1.6 billion deal for streaming major events. So here's the description. Disney ESPN will soon be the exclusive streaming platform to watch all World Wrestling Entertainment biggest events. It's a $1 billion deal. Gives the Walt Disney Company subsidiary ESPN the streaming rights for their two major night events, WrestleMania and SummerSlam, beginning in 2026. And then other events like Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, Money in the Bank will also be featured on the network.
All their pay-per-views.
Everything, yeah. So it's a 5-year deal worth $1.6 billion. So there you go. Now, it's a major bump for WWE's current 5-year deal for Peacock to end this year, which was $900 million on Peacock when they did it.
It seems like such a bad deal for wrestling fans because now Raw's on Netflix, so you got to pay for Netflix, and then the pay-per-views are going to be on ESPN, but then I think it's like the UFC deal where you have to subscribe to the ESPN service, but then you still have to pay for the pay-per-views, and then whatever their other they've got
Wait,
to show.
subscribing doesn't count?
Yes,
Maybe-
exactly. Because everything is a giant scam now. And I don't understand why we're still falling for it. Everybody should just have cable again. Show me where I can watch Family Guy. That's
Okay.
all I care about.
Okay, first of all, I didn't make the decision. Don't yell at me.
God, get out of Kenzie's face. You're spitting at him.
I didn't,
I think he just
decide
spit
this.
at you.
I'm going to hiss real soon like a rattlesnake.
Put your hands down.
Kenzie, are you safe? Blink your eyes if you're not safe from
Oh
case.
my God, did you see what he did?
I saw it all. I'll testify.
But
I
yes,
just
I
can't
think
believe-
the ESPN thing, if it's like the UFC deal, you have to subscribe to the service, but then for the A-level marquee events, you then also have to pay for it. So like you have to pay an
That's
additional thing.
stupid. The only reason you have to pay is if you buy a ticket to go in person.
I agree.
Like,
That's a
is
great
fair.
mentality. See, Kenzie, you have ESPN Plus and you don't know it because you bundled with Disney Plus and Hulu. So if you want to watch a UFC pay-per-view, if you're paying for ESPN Plus, you still have to pay the 90 or 100, whatever it is now, for a UFC fight.
Well, boy, do I have good news.
You don't care about a UFC fight.
I'm not going to run into this issue.
Got it.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
We'll give you the key word again for this hour, which expires at 8:30 for Q101's Golden Ticket. Your chance to get everything we do for an entire year free. Unlike the streaming services you're paying for, you get concerts for free. How about that? Not movies, concerts, live music. You know how expensive they are? free, all coming up here. We'll give you the keyword in just about 120 seconds because we're still wrapping up this conversation on the announcement that Hulu is being phased out and pretty much going into Disney+. Now, it's already owned by Disney, but that's what they're doing. Yet, very confusing because later in the press conference, they said you can still buy the Hulu app if you want to do that separate. I don't get it. It's an $8 billion...
False alarm, everybody.
Yeah. I mean, did someone hand him a memo in the middle of it? Hey, forget it. People are loving Hulu. It's trending on Twitter.
Really
all
bad.
as you're talking, it's trending on Twitter. On the text line, we had to check another one from Piatone. Checked in a text saying, that's cute that Brian thinks he's not paying for Disney+. So I have a Verizon phone. It said I get Disney+, ESPN+, and Hulu for free. But
Who said that?
the guy at the store.
Okay, all right, just want to be sure.
And also, didn't you complain once to me that you were like, I've been paying for Hulu for like a year. I don't know why it should be free.
Thanks for bringing that anger moment up. I was paying almost 2 years. I was paying for Hulu for when I had it for free
And you didn't
through
call
Verizon.
in 2 years.
I finally called and I said, shouldn't I be getting this free? And they go, oh, yeah. And I go, well, whose fault is that? They said, yours, to me. Because they said I signed up for Hulu on my iPhone when you go into that little thingy there. I don't know what the hell it is. Anyway, I did it on the TV and my phone, so I had all 2 subscriptions by mistake.
You signed up for 2?
Yeah, because I think I was really anxious to see the bear, and I wasn't working on the TV, so I went to my phone and just signed up, and I'll cancel it later, and I never did.
Okay, well, that actually is your fault.
User error. Yeah, so I paid for that, as I donated to Hulu to help fund this deal, probably.
No kidding. You had a separate subscription for your phone?
God, what is that? There's an app that can tell you how many apps you're using.
Oh, Rocket Money. It's great. I highly recommend it.
So...
Just log in, give them all your banking information.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how does it work? How do they know? Do I have to give them routing numbers, PIN numbers?
Yes, it's tied to your
For
bank
the low
account.
price of $120 a month, you can find out how much you're spending on apps.
God. I'm going to start selling plasma so I can watch TV.
This is what it's come down to.
God.
Because Dingus is merging with Bingus and Disney and Hulu and ESPN. It's too much.
We announced that we're starting a streaming service called Dingus. We got text saying it was cool when I got Dingus for free when I was in college. You have to pay for it now.
Do you guys not feel insane?
You're making me insane over this because Case was more angry over this, and I'm angry over it. But he's really at a level of a 26-year-old that never really experienced the glory days of over-the-air TV.
Like the 4 channels?
We should go back to that.
I agree. I'm fine with that.
Like 4 channels, black and white. You have to hit the side of it sometimes.
Andy Griffith, Sanford and Son, Gunsmoke,
Oh, it was a
Matlock.
great
But
time.
I enjoy being able to watch, like, when I have the time, because I feel like I have to watch stuff at really weird times to catch up. So I like it. Like, I'm not going to be able to see it if it airs just at, like, 7. I'm like, okay, well, it's bath times.
Well,
like,
then
that's not going to go down.
Get ready to pay $1,000 a month then for all that stuff.
I'm already paying everything, Brian.
Damn it.
But that's how TV existed for the first 70 years of TV.
Yeah, the biggest
Yeah,
problem.
but that's when people had a traditional life. Like, I feel like that's when it, like, way back when it was, like, very, like, everybody worked at 9 to 5, so they put the most popular show on at 7. Like, I feel like people were in more normal schedules. Now, like, 90% of Americans are influencers, so that's not going to work.
Wait, is that a real stat? Are 90% of people influencers? I didn't know that.
We have a doctor shortage, a teacher shortage. They're all influencers now.
Huh.
Everyone's influencing. Do you know how many? There was a girl who got roasted for leaving teaching because she was an influencer and she only had 100,000 followers. And everyone's like, you left like your career and for 100,000 followers? What are you making, like $1,000 a month on that? Like maybe? I just like it's bad.
Got a check in here from Michael saying, don't sleep on selling plasma. I do it and make $500 to $600 a month.
Sign me up.
What?
How do you do it? What is plasma?
Come over here, I'll show you.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. A lot to get to in music entertainment news. Let's do that. We mentioned it was the 2-year anniversary of something special on this show. We'll get to that in a second because we're going to remind you the Riot Fest late night after shows went on sale by pre-sale yesterday at 10 a.m. after we got off the air. And then today, The tickets go on sale officially at 10 a.m. that weren't pre-sale based. So obviously a lot of tickets sold in the pre-sale, but there are some available. I don't have the numbers in my head right now or any stats, but go try to buy anything you want of all these late night after shows, all 19 of them. Obviously, we talked about Alkaline Trio and Military Gun at the Metro. Local Boys Dead, love them. They're going to be at the Empty Bottle. You have the Riot Fest 20th anniversary show at the Metro. It's Friday, September 19th. So this is all that weekend of Riot Fest. But they haven't announced what it is.
Can we talk about that for a second?
That's very mysterious.
It's very mysterious. Again, Friday, September 19th at the Metro. That's the first night of Riot Fest. 11 p.m. start. It's the Riot Fest 20th anniversary show. I know nothing. I know you two don't know anything because I don't know anything.
Hey!
Hey, what is that supposed to mean?
Oh.
I know a lot of people.
But I don't know what that is, and it's killing me not to know.
Well, the question is, we already know we have, Blink-182 on the first night. We have Weezer and Jack White. The second one is the headliner, and Green Day on Sunday. We also have like a Weird Al Yankovic. We have the Beach Boys. We have, Dropkick Murphys. There's so many options to do a very special with a monstrous band. I'm wondering if it's going to be one of those things that makes us scream, no freaking way, or that makes sense. That's incredible for the 20th anniversary of Riot Fest. I think it's going to be really special. Riot Mike listens. I know we're not trying to put any pressure on you, but hey, how about calling us and telling us what it is right now? That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, break me off a little piece. Give me a little info. Come on now.
Oh, my God, stop it.
It'd be nice to know. The bummer is, though, I already have my tickets for the Front Bottoms after show with our friend Sincere Engineer at the Bottom Lounge that night. So there's a part of me, there's a real evil, cruel part of me. It's like, well, I hope it's not that cool because I'm already going to be at the Bottom Lounge. I won't be at Metro that night. And I don't want other people to have fun that I'm not having.
Wow.
I know.
Because it's well, it's bad enough with the so many. That's the fun thing about Riot Fest is you have to choose your adventure with the stages and the amount of elite A-level bands that you want to see. And even with the after shows, you're having that same issue.
It's crazy because that Saturday night, again, locals, the Academy is playing, and then Alkaline Trio is playing the Metro with Military Gun, and then Texas is the Reason, who's a band who's reuniting for Riot Fest. They're playing the Bottom Lounge, and then Dead, who you just mentioned, they're playing Empty Bottle. Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties, who I love and interviewed at Q101's YouTube channel, they're playing Reggie's that night, and then there's another show at Cobra Lounge. Just on Saturday night, there's too many options.
And then, if you're not exhausted from Riot Fest of all the shows and itself, you get the most fun of all of them, the Bouncing Souls at Concord Music Hall on Sunday night.
Very fun show. Very fun.
You can close out everything with that show. That's going to be fun. It's a lot. Can't wait now. With Lollapalooza, kind of in the dust as the loadout goes on, and it was certainly one of the greatest ones of all time. Now we're looking at Riot Fest just about 5 weeks away.
6 weeks away, because I was reminded of this yesterday as I have to record some videos today for Riot Fest. I was like, oh my God, that's happening? And they're like, yeah, 6 weeks away.
I don't have it in my calendar. I know Riot Fest is coming, but it's not in my...
Why are you busy that week? Oh, shoot.
I'm going to put it in right now, September 19th, 2021, in my phone, just to give me that little reminder when I went, oh, Riot Fest is today. That'd be great. We reminded you that, I mentioned that 2 years ago, special day here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. You're new to the show. We figure some of these moments we should go back to and remind you what we did 2 years ago. And that was when Shinedown came in the studio and performed live. And it was very special because Symptom of Being Human really wasn't a hit yet by terms of our industry. It was a song that they just put out. They had taken a kind of a break. And for stations like Q101 and alternative radio, they pretty much, and it wasn't on their own doing, they were just kind of like, we're going to chill for a while. And they came on this show. And I'm not trying to give us improper credit, but I think we do deserve it because it was mentioned all over the country in industry publications that them coming on this show and playing this song brought that song to hit level on alternative radio, on rock radio, on pop radio, every platform. And it started here. And Brent Smith told our boss he got reinvigorated for the fun of radio after being on with Brian and Kenzie.
Do you remember how all of this happened? Because the first time we talked to Shinedown wasn't when they came in studio.
Correct.
We played Second Chance one morning, big hit. And then impromptu, you and Kenzie started debating about the meaning of that song. Of course, whatever Brian thought it was way off.
Can I just say that it was one of those moments where I'm innocently like, I'm typing, I'm doing what I was probably answering text. And Brian goes,
not paying attention to the show.
The song was playing, a-hole. So anyways, the song's playing.
And you can enjoy the song.
That was the point. So I'm like answering texts, part of my job during that. And Brian goes, now that I'm older, I really understand the meaning of the song. And I kind of just look up at him, and he goes, it means that, like, if you're dating somebody and it doesn't work out, it may just totally work out again in the future, though.
See, the line of the song is, sometimes goodbye is a second chance, meaning you can let someone go and they'll come back in your life. And it hit me like
you'll
that.
just get that girl back. I go, well, hold on. Now I have to stop everything. I go, that's not what the song means at all. And you're like, yes, it is. It means that later in life, you can just end up back with that person. I go, no, the second chance is like the new chance at life. Like sometimes goodbye, it's like a new start. And he's like, I don't know about that. I'm like, I think it's what it means. And then we had to get him on the show.
That's right. So you guys talked about it on air, and as you guys are talking, I'm texting our boss going, can you get me Brent Smith of Shinedown on the show? And I wasn't sure because it's an older song. You know, a lot of bands, when they come in, they're like, let's focus on the new stuff, new. Let's talk about the new single, the new album, the new tour. So getting on the phone with Brent from Shinedown was a little nerve-wracking because I was like, hey, man, like, I don't know if anybody told you this, but we're kind of exclusively going to talk about the song you put out in 2008 and debate the meaning of it. And Brent Smith is the nicest man on the planet and was like, hell yeah, brother, whatever you guys need.
He said exactly those words, by the way. Hell yeah, brother,
it.
whatever you guys need, I'm here for it. And he came on the show the next day.
Yes.
We didn't like plan it weeks in advance. He came on, just called up, we talked about it. And by the way, he gave me some credit for songs evolve and lyrics evolve, like Stephen Jenkins talked about Jumper and the song of what it can mean what you want as you get older. So I wasn't wrong. I just interpreted it a different way.
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah, art is one way to interpret it, but he said that I was right. So I just want to point that out.
I was
right. Songs are however you wish to interpret them.
Thank you. So I was right too.
No.
But Brent had so much fun on that phone call that when they were on tour that summer, they went out of their way to come through Chicago to hang out in our studio. And I think 2 years later, I mean, I can speak for Brian and Kenzie, it's one of our favorite things we've ever done. And we hold it near and dear. It was a really, really fun day here.
Well, the thing about that is, you know, I think when you get an artist and they come in on the show, and once we meet them in person, we always like have this great bond with them. And Brent Smith, when he calls up now every time, you know, he goes on the air and then he stays on the phone for a minute when he goes off the air. And, you know, Case will either say something to him or whatever. I will and say, thanks for calling up. That was really great. So after he called last time, I remember thanks, Brent. We really appreciate it always when you call and take the time. And he goes, yeah, man. He goes, so how you doing? And I didn't expect him to say that because all of a sudden we were like boys talking off the air. And he's like, so what's going on in your family? Everything good with you and everything? And I didn't know what to, yes, things are fine.
Yes, Brent Smith of Shinedown, things are fine.
Yeah. And by the way, it's my father-in-law's favorite band to Shinedown too.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait till they come in again. But on the show, we had a great conversation, and this was a conversation talking about mental health, which they came into the special lounge last year, which is on our YouTube channel. You can always find the stuff that comes in on the lounge on the Q101 YouTube channel, and talking about mental health with the band because they were always very serious about that.
Man, we're a band that's been talking about mental health for the better part of 2 decades. You know, I'm glad we both are that you can speak about that more openly now because it's important. Your physical health and your mental health are important together. But at the time when we wrote Symptom, we just saw all the chaos and we could see that everybody was so afraid. They were angry, they were confused, they kind of felt lost. And I know that we felt like that in a lot of ways too, but by the time we got into a room with one another, we just wanted to write something that let everybody know you're allowed to have as many human moments as you need in your lifetime. It's okay. We're all a work in progress. And what's been amazing about the song is that there's so many people that have come to us and said that it's almost a song that people will, I mean, there's this like young 15-year-old girl the other day when we were out doing those last 6 shows, and she goes, I put it on when I'm getting ready to have a panic attack, and it snaps me out of it.
Oh
like,
my
you know,
gosh.
hearing things like that and understanding that, you know, that's the beauty of music, man. You know, it can evolve and it can be whatever you need it to be at that time.
Music can evolve. The lyrics can evolve, mean what they want to anybody they want. I love someone texted in and said, I'd like to hear Brian's interpretation of the Bible.
I know.
I'll get that on Monday.
Yeah, we
Well,
can
that's
absolutely
I
do
can't
that.
do it for.
The whole thing.
I can't do it tomorrow because I need some time to process. I can't read the whole Bible tonight, but I will read it.
Fake fan?
Get it all done by Monday. Also, Allie checked in and said that was the only lounge I've ever been to, and it was phenomenal. But let's play a moment from the show 2 years ago when Brent Smith of Shinedown, they were in here, and they debuted this song to the world, and then it became one of the biggest hits of that year, of 2023, 2 years ago. This was live with Brian and Kenzie in studio, Shinedown, Symptom of Being Human, and it's all on our YouTube channel. The full interview, the full performance, all on the Q101 YouTube channel. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.